I have this really cool T-shirt that says Bisexual Bard on it. I don't know if you know it. It has the bisexual flag in it, like a guitar and a D20. It's super cool. I stream and talk about various D&D games. Well, D&D and other tabletop RPGs, including Pathfinder First Edition, which is my first love, and also my hand signs. I just am nudgy and move my hands a lot, like a stem. It's one of those things. Yes, I know. Sorry, I have my streaming buddy here, McVenner. He's a fish. He sits next to me while I stream. Or swims next to me, rather. McVenner. Oh, yes. So, welcome to the stream, essentially. Pronouns are variable, but today's kind of a she vibe. She, her. Maybe they. He's fine, you know. Boom. Boom. Do the thing. Yes. So some streams I am... fun. Okay. So I have a secret... So sometimes when I start streaming, I am very well organized. Sometimes I am not. Today is one of those days I'm not. So you'll have to bear with me a little bit. Yes. Alright, fine. It'll be okay for a minute or two. I'm going to do a few things. So, questions. I usually do character creation. That is my vibe. I guess, on Saturday, just kind of fun, I'm going to start a new thing, and I am... the new thing on Saturdays. The cool new thing on Saturday is that http:// the cool new thing on Saturday is that I'm going to I'm going to do a epic showdown, which is going to be fun on a Saturday that's not a cool charity stream. Surprise stream right now. Okay. So my goal is to do a surprise stream of pick 2 characters randomly from a hat. I have a whole bunch of characters. I might actually do the writing out while we're doing this stream because I don't have a plan. But we'll see how it goes. Okay. So whenever I spell surprise, I'm always forget the R and the P and how to do that. Yes, we're going to put, I probably should put a link. Alright, so there's that. So my plan is sometime on Saturday, and I'll have to work out exactly the time on Saturday. We have a viewer, hypothetically. Say hi in the chat. Also, I always encourage people to say hi in the chat. I have to there's 100 things I have to do. So my plan is on Saturday, I'm going to have Epic Showdown on Saturday, which is going to be fun. So basically, I'm going to take 2 of the characters I've created on my stream, because I've created a lot of characters on my stream. And I did, that's kind of what I do, is tend to create them, but I don't get to do anything with them. So I thought, hey, maybe I could do an Epic Showdown. And what I would then do for this Epic Showdown is put you there. This, and we'll hold the pen. I do this every stream. This is my most important world building tool, because if you have a really cool idea and do not write it down, you will inevitably forget, and then you will not have your cool idea anymore. And I should probably write down that I'm doing Saturday, because I haven't written it down yet. Notes on, oh yes, that's my Warhammer. I do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you like Warhammer 40k, come on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's our vibe. I think my icon shows Pathfinder simply because I also do Pathfinder, and I can't, there's no general Warhammer 40k or one for Rogue Trader. It's all of the video game ones, not the tabletop ones, because Fantasy Flight Games lost the license in 2017, so they're not officially existing anymore, I guess? I don't know what the legal complication, because people still have copies they bought from before 2017, so I think people still play, right? So, like, it's a whole thing. They, Fantasy Flight Games claimed there was no bad blood, but, like, let's see. Yes. Xyle's Homeworld. Death World. That's a whole, that's for next time. Right now, I need to go and find a Saturday Night Showdown. Sorry. I don't know if that, no, actually, that actually worked. Hi there, welcome. Say hi in the chat. My name is Lee. She, her pronouns today, but they or he is fine. I'm pretty flexy with pronouns just because I can't even pick a gender or anything, so, you know. What else? Also, my hair. I just did my hair. It, didn't come out as good as I thought I would. I do the shaving myself. That's why it looks so terrible. Oh, right. Saturday Night Showdown. So. Oh, hi. It's Pat. Hello, Pat. Not bad, honestly. A lot of, bruising. Like, I don't know if you can see this. Here, let me check on this. But I am getting a lot of weird bruises on my arm and legs. The legs are bad. You know how it is. Because when you're moving all those boxes around and you're having lawnmowers thrown at you. Not at you, mind you. They're not trying to hit me, but you're right next to it when they're throwing lawnmowers around. Because that is a thing that has happened, and it's a little weird. But, you know, yeah. Oh, I know. Believe me, I got bruises on my arms, I got bruises on my legs, but it's, you know, it's good. I work with fun people, and I get weekends off. Not only do I get weekends off, I have set hours, so I can say, okay, I'm planning my streaming schedule, even if they're not the same hours that everyone else works, so I miss out on a lot of things, I still can guarantee certain times off, which means that if I want to, you know, go out and do something, like set up a doctor's appointment, or go out to lunch with a friend, true, I can just go. I can say, okay, this time I know I will be free, and not, okay, well now I have to ask my boss not to schedule me for this time and this date. It's kind of nice, especially the weekends thing, because, you know, weekends are, a lot of people have weekends off, so I can, like, do stuff. It's exciting. But, oh yeah, so I'm doing a thing Saturday night. I'm going to do Saturday Night Showdown. I'm actually going to take these characters and I'm going to use them. And it's going to be awesome sauce. So my grand plan for Saturday Night Showdown is, well, I don't know. I'm going to pick 2 characters of a similar level. I'm going to get a couple minis. I don't exactly have, or I could have them fight a flail snail. I'm going to look up the stats very quickly of a flail snail. 1E flail. See if I can find them for Pathfinder 1E. If not, I can... Oh, yeah, it looks like we got them. Flail Snail, here we go. Bought that. Cause I just got a Flail Snail Mini. And if you happen to have... yes. That's the thing. Sometimes... That's true. I had to work most weekends, and then sometimes I'd get the weekends off before, so that was always kind of, like, dicey. But now I very rarely have to work. Or I'd get a lot of Saturdays off, but I didn't get a guarantee of them off, so I was hesitant to schedule anything on Saturday. If I knew I only had to work one a month, I could, you know, schedule around that. True. I'm going to have... We'll see how that goes out. Let's see what the stats are. And what the CR is. That's an interesting point, because here we go. Let's see. Not that CR is the be-all, end-all, but it would be nice to know. Okay, so what we got? We got 30 hit points. AC 18. With Pathfinder, it's not so... it's not great. Neutral. Magical Beast. Ooh, it's got Blind Sense, Dark Vision, Low Light Vision, Sense, Tremor Sense, Perception +5. So, it will see you coming. You can't get the drop on this thing, essentially. It does not have a CR list. Ooh. Whoop. 80% chance that it produces a random effect instead of affecting the... Dang, now that's interesting. So it's like, it's not immune to magic, but it's got some fun... Listen to this. This is... Okay, nope, I don't need to... This is super cool, actually. But what is it? Warp Magic. Anytime a spell targets a snail, there's an 80% chance, so percentile dice. Oh, then I can roll the big chunky boy D100 I have. Like an actual physical... I have to show this on stream, because it's super cool. Bop. Okay. Boom. There is that, too, which means vertical, but I got this right here. That is true. I have this right here. D100. I could. Hang on, let me move some of these. I'll put them back afterward. 33. That is 33. And that's a 21. Oh, right, I'll flip it around. I flipped it around so I could see it. That's a 21. But you can see it's like a real... Sorry, I always used to... A lot of times if my player said, oh, is there a rock nearby we could use? I'm like, roll a percentile die. But I'd have them roll the D100 because I used to love having this thing to roll. Now I have to put all of my dice back on their highest side because that's what you do. Oh, but what I could do for Saturday Night Showdown is pick... Let's see. So an AC of HP 30 HP with an AC 18. It's probably easy for a lower level party, so some of my not so high level characters. And have it a gladiatorial style showdown. Of course, after the Flail Snail, I wouldn't be able to do it, keep that up. But yeah, I could do a gladiatorial style showdown. But because actually show these characters off. I kind of want to use some of them, you know? So, oh, the Warp Magic, right. I was explaining this, sorry. I get very distracted. Anytime a spell targets a Flail Snail, there's an 80% chance that it produces a random effect instead of affecting the snail. Only a spell that directly targets a Flail Snail or warped. Area of effect spells are not affected. Okay, so, but of course AoE also hits adjacent allies, so you gotta be careful with that. If the spell is warped, roll a d10 and consult the following table. 1 to 3 spell is fire, so the next 1d4 rounds, the caster must make a DC 15 concentration check to successfully cast spells. 4 through 6, the spell misfires. The creature's nearest the Flail Snail is affected as if the spell had been cast on it instead. 7 through 9, spell fails, nothing happens. 10, the spell rebounds on the caster. Oh, here we go. Environment, organization, treasure. Lore. Oh. Characters with ranks in Knowledge Arcana might know more about the Flail spell. When a character makes a successful check, the following lore is revealed, including information from lower DCs. So as a DC 14, they're omnivorous, but not aggressive enough to pursue creatures beyond their territory. 19. The shell is worth more than 1,000 gold pieces on the open market. 20. If you roll DC 24 Knowledge Arcana check, a flail snail's shell and moist body protected from fire. They're also immune to poison. I might allow for a Knowledge Nature check to, with a DC 20 to know that little tidbit, but maybe not about the 1,000 gold piece. Like a DC 16 to know they're omnivorous, and a DC 20 for Knowledge Nature to know that they are resistant to fire and immune to poison. But if you roll a DC 39, the shell of a flail snail can absorb and reflect spells cast at it. I might allow for Knowledge Nature for the omnivorous and the fire and poison thing, because that's kind of similar. It depends on habitat and society. That's interesting. Campaign roll. Subterranean adventures heavy on spellcasters. With their magic warping spells, snails add an element of randomness that can be fun and surprising for both GM and player, forcing parties into new strategies. Because of their slow speed and ability to make vast swaths of ground almost impassable, flail snails make better guardians than active predators. Perhaps someone has hidden a powerful magic item or a spellbook in the center of flail snail territory, knowing that those most likely to hunt for it, spellcasters, will have the hardest time breaking through the flail snail's lines. And even those parties without strong magic components are likely to balk at adhesive mucus and 2,000-pound snail dropping toward them from a great height on a rope of slime. Let's see what does the slime rope do. Because that actually sounds... Ooh, a free action. Flail snail can excrete a trail of mucus that covers its base, lasts for 10 minutes. Sticky and slimy. Move through your covered in slippery mucus. It's a DC 14 reflex save or fall prone. Sticky transformed squares into difficult terrain, which means it just takes twice as long to move through, but you can only have one in effect at any given time, and move through their own type of slime with ease. Squares to a fire source dries and reverts it to normal. So if you fireball an area covered in mucus, can pull its fleshy parts into its shell as a swift action, increasing its natural... Oh, the save DC is Constitution based. Oh, so if it gets Constitution dropped, the DC for the reflex saving throw drops as well, is what I'm guessing that means. Snail can pull... Well, yeah, I would imagine... Sorry, I haven't been reading the chat as much because have the window open with the flail snail stats. Actually, I have a visual medium here. So, this flail snail mini, I won it for in a sorry, here, I'll put it here for now. I won it in a giveaway, actually, from Terry, Machik ED, our very own. He was doing a thing, and he, what did he do? Oh, yeah, he, from Extinction Curse, and I won the Flail Snail giveaway. So I was thinking, now that I have this really cool mini, I could use it. The next Saturday it could be something else. Maybe next Saturday we'll have a 1-to-1 showdown, but I agree with the RP thing. Maybe a Knowledge Arcana check would be to know the shell is extremely valuable, and then they'd have to go and find somebody who knows what flail snail shells are. They'd have to, if they want to know how much exactly, they'd have to come up with a good RP justification for it. So I would think... Doesn't list a CR, but with the armor class 18, with the weird spell thing, and the mucus is a cool special ability that does wonky things. So that's a... Well, what does the slime rope do? 60 feet long, uses room to hang itself up to... and up to 1,000... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It can just... That is cool. Alright, so... Hear this. A flail snail can turn its mucus to a rope-like strand up to 60 feet long and can use this rope to hang itself and up to 1,000 extra pounds from the ceiling indefinitely, or lower itself safely at a speed of 20 feet per round. It can climb back up this rope at a speed of 10 feet per round. Once the snail breaks contact with the rope, the slime decomposes in 1d4 rounds. While the slime rope exists, other creatures can climb the rope if they pass a DC 20 climb check. And 10-foot climb speed applies even to perfectly sheer surfaces and ceilings with no chance of falling off, unless it actively pinned and peeled away as part of a grapple. So you'd have to yank it off the ceiling, which I think could be kind of fun. Honestly. I'd have to set up, with something like that though, I'd have to set up I have a couple boxes I could set up, I could set up something, but that's what I kind of want to do is a Saturday evening, I want to do a Saturday night showdown with a flail snail. So, my question on that is, who fights the flail snail? Well, let's, because I got all these cool characters I created, right? I've been doing one or every few nights I've been doing one, so we got, we've been doing Warhammer nights, so that's, and I could do a Saturday showdown with the Warhammer, have them fight a demon or something, but I don't have a really cool mini for that. Okay, so I have the Halfling Paladin, Sarkis Bluetide. We got his wife, who's also a halfling. A rogue, a reformed rogue. What? Okay, here. What level did you put did you have your party fight them? Because these guys are high level, so we're not doing them. Thasia. She's like, she's 19th level, he's 17th level. They're, and we have a 20th level paladin, which is, that's too high. What else we got? Then I think we started rolling druids and got a couple of those going. So we got Oliarch. 5 kids. Here we go. Yes, I rolled a d6 for. Alright, 4th level. So, random encounter. Okay, at a 4th level party. So, let's see. What level is Oliarch? Because I wrote him in. Oh, Sarkel. Okay. Oliarch continued 2 wild shapes per day. Yeah, I had a lot of druids. So, I could see druids ending up in a flail snail's territory looking for something, like mushroom gathering. I could see that being a plausible thing. Let's see. He's what level? Strength? Did I write down what level? Druid plus. Okay, base attack bonus of +5. All right, I'm gonna have to go back through my notes because I don't think I actually wrote down what level he was. Oliarch. I wrote down all of his stats. Strength of 10. Dexterity of 20, Constitution of 8, Intelligence of 17, Wisdom of 22, Charisma 8. So, but let me look through our classes and go backwards from there. Barbarian, Druids past Barbarian, Druid, here we go. 5, so 7th level. So a 7th level Druid. Did I write down that he was 7th? Oh, level 7 with 4 feats. Yes, I put it up under where feats are. Okay, so 7th level, weapons finesse with weapons reflexes. Okay. And then animal companion was a wolf, a good boy named King. Shriekers are fun. Actually, though, if you could transplant Shriekers, you could do that. Might be an epic. That would be a really good reason for them to go down. So, okay, imagine you had Shriekers, right? These mushrooms, and you put them, set them up in an area you wanted protected. Then you would have like an alarm, basically an alarm spell, without having to, cast an alarm spell. Yes, and then we did skills, and then parents. And I never actually had stats for his parents. But they did have 5 living children. I put 3 of whom were level 7. That works too. Let's see, we had 3 of whom were level 7. They were all elves. So level 4. Okay. So I could go with Sardinia and Dendron, because they're level 3 and level 4, or level 4 and level 3 respectively. He's interesting. He's a barbarian with 1 level 11 druid and can't cast druid spells because his wisdom is too low. But he has a wolf named Yessa, who, Yenna or Yessa? Let's see. Oh, and Constellation, right. So I gave, Celine. Of course I didn't write down which of them she was. Oh, no, I did write down. I wrote it down somewhere else. I changed my format of how I wrote. Hi there, welcome, say hi in the chat. Sorry, I'm looking at my viewer count go up. My name is Lee. She, her pronouns today, but he is fine. Oh, right. So I got the, I'm trying to figure out a very cool thing for Saturday. I'm going to have everyone fight a flail snail, which is this guy here, who is pretty cool. I'm going to have a couple of my characters fight him in a epic battle, and that is kind of cool. That is kind of cool, actually. Breeding of mushrooms. Kind of things these druids would know. I mean, they're elves, but they're mixed a lot with the humans. I think they have a half-elf, half-human. That's her whole thing, is that she's half-elf, half-human, so she's head of the clan and is married to Briar, and they have a lot of vibes. Oh, right, and Constellation, wait, whose girlfriend is Constellation? Oh. So Sardinia's sister Celavine has a girlfriend, named Constellation, who is, 8th level. 5 cleric, 3 bard. High level. Also pretty cool, though. She's a cleric of Desna and a bard, because Desna is the champion of trans lesbians in my world. I use the Pathfinder gods from Glorion. Ooh, that's true. Plus, animal companions. Some of these animal companions have freaking... I mean, okay. Low-level animal companions are not much more dangerous than, say, a wolf you find in the forest. They're low-level fodder at best. Yessa, that's her name. But, if you start getting a high level, for example, let's see what we got. Briar is a 15th level druid, right? This badger, has multi-attack, combat reflexes, so gets more than 1 attack of opportunity, standstill, which means that if, she hits with attack of opportunity, your, thing is sneaky, and so it gets 2 claw attacks. It's a d4 plus 5 per attack, against strength of 20, so it's d5 plus 4. That's at least 6 damage every attack, 2 attacks per turn, and, yeah, so it's 2 attacks per turn at at least 6 damage each, and with a high base attack bonus, too, I think. Let's see. Yeah, base attack bonus of 19, plus 9, and then plus 5 because strength, so it's plus 15 to hit, with 6 damage per attack. That's just, Aurelia is she's druid with 18th level. I had her, that's true. I'm thinking more druid vibe multiclass, druid bard multiclass. I feel like there should be, maybe I could do a homebrew. So 5th edition, I've been seduced by 5th edition and the use of subclasses, but honestly, well, Druid Bard multiclass would be cool. Oh, Druid Bard multiclass. Then you get natural spells, so you can cast in your animal form, and then you shift into a little bluebird and then cast Thunder Wave. That would be like the coolest. Sorry, I'm spiraling out of cool ideas, but yeah, this I remember. Oh, Sunshine. Yes, Aurelia was a druid. Exactly. Well, that would be more summoning. You would summon things, which is absolutely a cool thing to do. But, yeah, I had Aurelia, who was a 19th level, but only 1 level of druid and 18 levels of paladin. So had an animal companion who was kind of useless, a squirrel who was kind of useless, but had a bear named Sunshine who got a base attack bonus of plus 11 and had improved evasion and 25 strength and did d6 plus 7 damage per turn because a bite and 2 claw attacks. So like a d6 plus 7 plus d4 plus 7 per turn. Like this is who was not an animal companion but a mount. Because I was just a paladin of Guzra, who is my, of course, when you have a deity, when you have all of the Pathfinder deities, I remember this, were listed as either gods or goddesses, except Guzra, who was listed as a deity, and that, my Lundby heart used to love that. Although, you know. Staten is a level 18, 15 druid with 3 wizard levels, with who also has a animal companion and a familiar. 17 druid. All these high level characters, and a snapping turtle who had vital strike and improved vital strike, so could do 3 times damage on one. No, he didn't have improved vital strike. He only had regular vital strike, but that's double damage on 1 strike, and the full base attack bonus on the 2nd strike, because, you know. Rodin, let's see, 6 druid, 10 bard. Oh yeah, these were all the high level characters I had. Euphemia is druid cleric, also Guzra. Was 5/7. So all these guys were. Oh, and this was Gustav, the snake. Gustav was not the snake that knew how to wear chainmail. That was a different snake. Ethel. Oh, Ethel was the half-orc cleric. Well, that's an interesting thought. Now, what we could do... although... Ethel had 2... Wait a second. Ethel was... That might be an interesting thing, though. If we don't have the druids fight... So, for that level party, we could have 1 older sibling with the 2 younger siblings, because they're not that good, and... It would be a fairer fight. Or we could do is... These are high-level characters. 6 druid, 10 bard, yeah. Jordan. Hermia, let's see. Snake. Okay, then there was Ethel. Okay, yes, Ethel, who was level 5, 2 fighter, 3 wizard. And Leo, the cat, as a familiar. And then her sister Claudette, who was a 3rd level ranger. So that would be, or, hear me out. Ethel goes with Claudette, right? They're going, and they go and put them with 2 sibling pairs, all fighting the flail snail together. That could also be a possibility. Flotsam, no. So I could either do the 4 of them as... Sure we don't have a CR listed, because this would be interesting. I'm not very good at balancing encounters. to be fair. Oh, CR4. It is listed. Just 1,200 XP. And -1 initiative because it's slow. So that's a thought. I could do... I'm trying to get the stream going for at least a little longer because I want to have this epic bluff. Okay, that's Oliarch. No, that's Sarkel. Hang on. Level 7. Druid. Fighter. Okay. So I could have either one of the older siblings, who's 7th level, be as a support with the level 4 and the level 3 the siblings. Or I could do, because average fighter composition is 4 players, right? So that could be interesting. Or I could have, no, if it's Claudette and Ethel would be a hard fight for the two of them. But if I gave the two of them to level 5, a level 3, a level 4, and another level 3, so that would be a reasonable fight for a monster like a flail snail. Plus, they'd have enough non-magic options. Although throwing the frickin' animal companions into the mix, of course, always complicates things. I would need more mini. Well, I can do the horse minis for those. I can do the 2 horse minis. I'll get 2 of different colors to represent, and then I'll get 4. Yeah, I think I can get 4 different minis. I don't have very good minis for my characters. It's going to be a lot of theater of the mind with a battle map set out for like basically toy soldiers because honestly I don't have anything better. But that could work. Yeah, I got at least 1 in pink and 1 yellow, so that's 2 animal companions. Yeah. That's how I'm going to play it. So what we're going to do for the first Saturday Night Showdown, because I want to do other stuff too. Maybe I could do a Seductopus. I have the octopus mini. That would be a fun fight for... That'd be a high-level magic wielder with, like, a lot of weirdly high hit points. And that was a creature I was homebrewing because I had this... If I can find the little mini. I don't have it with me, but essentially I ended up with a mini that was a winking octopus with a little heart, and I was like, that I have to homebrew into a monster. So I did. I think I have my stats for Seductopus down here. Basically, the idea was that it was an octopus, but also a succubus at the same time. Alright, no worries. You know, you don't have to watch, but I'm going to start taking notes, and we will see how this goes. Let me know when you're back, but honestly, I don't mind, you know. So, we have the 2... boom, boom, boom. Seven, 8. That does. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do one thing quickly. And then... Alright, so we do this, and this, and this. Sorry. I don't know who else might be watching. But we'll see how this goes. Okay. Oh yeah, sorry. I do tend to get distracted when I don't have chat, but that's okay. Saturday Night Showdown is... I'm writing this down, because this is the most important word. We got Saturday Night Showdown. We got Claudette and Ethel. The two sisters. Does Ethel have an animal companion? This is that means Leo too. Is a familiar. Oh, the familiar might die. I really hope familiar doesn't die, and it's definitely going to be a non-count kind of setup. But no. That is for a different. That is for different, actually, since I have the Flail Snail Mini. And I might try painting. I don't know if I have the right paints for it. I have this acrylics. Try something. But, yeah, let's see, okay, so I have a bunch of 4th level Bard, Ande Duchamp. Then we got Zeptek the Kobold. No, Andre doesn't work with. We got Zeptek. Okay, that's a sword class. That's a deck for another completely different universe. I might have an epic demon fight one Saturday. But if we're going to do this, Nicolette and Zeptek with, who else? Icton is 10th level rogue and rogue. Okay, and Hofei is a rogue ranger. Okay, like 679. Yeah, but a 6th level and a 5th level versus a CR4 monster might be an interesting fight. That's for next time, though. That is for a different Saturday Night Showdown. I'm going to have that. We'll see how that goes. Okay, we're going to see how well received this first Saturday Night Showdown is. And then we are going to go from there. I really want to make affiliate. If I can get more people to come and follow me, I could make affiliate and then do cool stuff. But if not, that's okay. You know, I appreciate all of the people who follow me and all that jazz. Flail Snail. But my plan is Claudette and Ethel, Leo too. Does Ethel have an animal companion? The question is, okay, so that was before we did all of the crime guys, and we had Sari, animal companion here for, combat trade, Bruiser, the horse. Yes, that was the combat for Hofei. Had an animal companion who was a horse, because horses. Yes, so Fesaria was another planet that existed on a completely different world. Then we got Claude, the 14th level. It's 12th level road, 6. Oh, he's the main head guy of the whole crew of them. So you've got 2 low levels and 2 relatively high levels, and then you got 14th level, so that's his gang. Griselda is Adventure Mom, she's level 18. She's pretty cool, actually. Then we got Claudette and Ethel. Does Ethel have an animal companion? No, I mean, does Claudette have an animal companion? Ethel's got a familiar. His name's Leo. He's a cat, which is pretty cool. 25, 20 plus 5, yes. Ethel is a ranger, 3rd level ranger. No, rangers don't get it till 4th level. Right. So for Claudette and Ethel, we got them. And then we also have, immune to channel positive energy. Oh, this is all the cleric thing. That's all the paladin things, because Odelia was a human champion. 16th level as a caster level was 16 was her caster level. That's why I wrote that down. Okay. The Badger, Hunk, Briars, Badger. And we had a squirrel named Acorn, and then Sunshine the Bear. We had a lot of stuff. Okay, Pyrex is half-elf. Pyrex is the one that has the snake that constrictor that can wear chainmail because she took medium armor as a feat and therefore can wear chainmail as a snake, which I thought was kind of cool. Ironwood chainmail, obviously, because although animal companions are not druid, I think it mentioned anyway. She wore Ironwood chainmail anyway, and then there was Lorenz. Let's see. Fort Dex 14. Oh yes. Lorenz was the one with Greater Vital Strike, and that was Nerissa, who was a half elf and who was the head of the tribe. Yessa was Denrin's elf. Yes, elf with 17 strength and issues. Oh, and then Sardina had a lynx elf female. Yeah, that's their siblings. Okay, so 2 human. No, Ethel is half orc and Claudette is either half elf or half sister to Ethel. Does not say. She might be fully human, but she is not. Yeah, Ethel is a half orc and alertness, combat reflexes, endurance. Common Hyrith. Doesn't speak Elvish, therefore is... Yeah. So I was just... Yeah. So Claudette is human. So we have 2 elven siblings, and then 1 human, 1 half-orc. Right. So, Sardinia. I was just going through some of my, constant, okay. So we get Ferocia, the lynx, who is... Okay, so... Sardinia and Dendron, and Constellation is cool, but we're gonna have to fight something else. Ooh, we could have a lover sparring with let's see, level 8 and level 7. Selvine. Okay, that is lover sparring would be fun. Okay, so that's flirt sparring is definitely going to be a thing that comes up for both Selvine and Constellation, and for Briar and Nerissa, because they are both close in level, also both close in level lovers and might spar, and druids. So I think sparring might be a thing. Oh, but might be a thing they do, because it can be... No, anyway. Sardinia. All of them are martial enough classes that sparring with your lover might be a thing they do, and I'm kind of there for it. So let's see, Sardinia and her brother, let's see. Dendron, okay, versus Flail Snail. So that's for this Saturday. Then, later, next Saturday, we'll do flirt sparring. Maybe we'll start with, Constellation and Selvine. So this is... Okay, hang on. Let's write this down as this Saturday. So that would be... Alright, 18th, 19th, 20th. Oh no, Saturday is the 17th, right? So, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 24th. So, 7/24, Saturday. And then 30, 31. Yes, so 31st, July does have a 31st. So 7/31 is Constellation versus Sardina. Celavine. So I actually, hi, you made it. We're having basically we're gonna have 2 epic, really cool Saturday. Oh, Sunday school. It's Sunday. That's why you were teaching Sunday school. I am not thinking days of the week because today I got up early to do frickin' I actually missed it because I slept through my alarm. I was supposed to get up early and have my newbies game, but I slept through my alarm and one of them had a thing they had to do, so they couldn't make it for too long. And then I went and gave blood. But, well, I sold. I feel like it stops counting as donations once you get paid, right? Like, if you donate something, you don't get paid. So if you get paid, it's not a donation, it's a sale. Not that I object. Like, I am all for it. It benefits everyone involved. But it's definitely sale. And because it's plasma, they can take it more often, which is fine. You know. But yeah, I feel like once you get paid, it's no longer donation. But yeah. But I did that, and it was fun. And you are welcome. Oh, yes, so I made... Do you know the song Space Girl by Francis Forever? That is an important question. Because it was on all over TikTok, and then it filtered down to Instagram Reels, and then I heard that little part of it, and then I was like, that's a cool song. And then BB, who came to the chat all the time, they suggested that I should look into doing a character based on a song. And then I was like, I'll do a character based on Space Girl. And then I'd already had the Celavine, who was a druid, who was a bisexual, and I was like, I'm going to give her a girlfriend based on Space Girl. So then I rolled an odd number die, so she ended up a trans woman. But you know what? It works. So, oh, yes. So I was going to do lesbian sparring, but that's for next Saturday. This Saturday, I'm going to do this big epic showdown with Space Girl, I saw a lunar eclipse. Looks like how I feel about your lips. And there's a whole dance that goes with it. It goes like, Space Girl, I saw a lunar eclipse. This. And then, looks like how I feel about your lips. Like that. I don't know exactly. I'm terrible at dancing. But, yes, it is. But it's actually a really good song. And it's specifically about lesbians. And it just is a really good song. Yeah. Actually, you know what I can do? I think we have few enough viewers. Just, if, you know what, if, it's for criticism purposes, right? Yeah, because I'm comparing it to the character I based on it. That means it's for criticism, which means fair use. So, if we do get in trouble for it, I can claim it was fair use because we're basing a character on it, which is transformative works, which means it, at least in the United States, it falls under, fair use. Because it's a really good song. There's a video too. Alright.
Allow me to introduce you to the mattresses from Tuft & Needle.
Here, let's do that for a sec. Then we do this for a sec. Then we do that for a sec. Alright. Oh, sweet little... That's a fun one too. Alright, we're gonna have this for a little bit in the background, if no one objects. If you guys really don't like the song, we can turn it off. Sorry, it's a jam. this is the part that gets turned into the dance TikTok. Like how I feel about your lips. I'm gonna have to do the animal companions too. The way that we'd end. As if you were sucked into a black hole and a still meant for you. Sorry. I need to find my name. Oyesa. So Yes is the wolf. She's cool. And who is... So I need to find the other animal companion. It's rodents. Oh. I lost a viewer over that. I don't mind. If you don't want to... You could have told me to turn it off. I would have. But the one based on her was called Constellation. Yeah. Ferocia. Yeah, I mean, it said, you know, Space Girl loves... Earth Girl loves Space Girl, which means it is absolutely canonically sapphic, because it says Space Girl loves Earth Girl, right? So yeah, that's why it was canonically sapphic song, which has a special place in my heart. And so on the 31st of July, I'm going to do Constellation, who's based on that song. She's a bard. She's trans, she's a bard, she worships Desna, she's also 5 levels of cleric, and able to ignore impedance to mobility and magical effects, a la freedom of movement spell. Oh yeah, because she's a freedom cleric. Oh, luck and liberation domains. Exactly. So I'd heard that song on the TikTok dances. I'd gone and looked at it. It was super cool, and I was just like, when BB was talking and Farrah was saying all the stuff about, hey, maybe you should do a character based on a song, I was like, hey, I should do a character based on Space Girl. And I had Celine, who was bi, and I was just like, I'm gonna give her a girlfriend. So I gave her a girlfriend. And Constellation, she's a tiefling. Because I rolled a lot of things randomly. And I rolled for, I was gonna have her be AFAB, so I rolled, on the gender and sexuality chart, and then I got a really high number that would be like trans. I'm like, well, she's a trans woman, I guess. And pansexual, and she is in the luck and liberation domains. Let's see. Strength of 10, dexterity 16, constitution 10, intelligence of 20, wisdom of 18, charisma of 21. So she's, like, really cool. And 5 rounds per day of freedom of movement. Does not need to be insect. So you can also touch a creature for the luck domain, and for the next round they have advantage on all rolls. And then you can do that 7 times per day. So it's a nice little buff for allies, which it helps as feeds into her being a bard. I think what does she play? Because I gave her, let's see, what instruments? Oh yeah, she plays the mandolin, because reasons. And, she gets a -2 to stealth, because clinky clank. And then, a +2 to bluff for being a tiefling. And then, -2 to swimming and climbing. And -2 to sleight of hand. But, since she has 2 points each in, swimming and climbing, it balances out. And climb is a class skill for bards, weirdly. So she gets a nice bonus. So she gets the +3 for that. Swimming isn't, but the -2 cancels out the +2, so it's a straight roll, which helps keep her from drowning when she wears, I think she wears chainmail. I want to say, yeah, it's a -2, so I think it's a chain shirt. Oh no, chain shirt, but make it fashion. That's what it was. Chain shirt, but fashion, because it's important. And then she has a shield with the symbol of Desna, throwing knife, star knife, and a rapier. You know, the usual. She's pretty cool, actually. So I had this crazy idea, since I have this mini for this flail snail. And, yes. Ooh! I thought it was just purple fabric, underneath, but maybe sequins. That could be a thought. That is a possibility. Or like the metal itself is kind of purple and sparkly. The same way the Flumpsbane axe, glaive. One of the characters I created for this particular universe was Hawthorne, and he has this Flumpsbane glaive, which specifically, canonically looks like a magical girl weapon, and the metal is purple sparkles. Because it was made, that is why no one wants to wield it. And there's a ribbon that you can't take off, and it's made with purple wood, and it's just, so if she had the thing with with purple sequins, because Desna's color is purple, with like purpley pink sequins, or purpley pink shiny metal with the chain, that could be fun. Basically, this weapon specifically looked like a magical girl weapon. That was its thing. That, and it was a +2 glaive. But it was also +4 against flumps. Because someone made it for a, graduating from magical school final project. Ooh, that's possible, too. And it's like, it has to be a chain shirt, so maybe it's just the upper, no, because then you could leave all the vital organs open. Maybe it's cut out for the boobs and just the stomach's covered, because the stomach area is where you get all the actual vital organs, right? And so if you wear a shirt underneath it, it would actually be more effective to not have the boobs armored and have the lower stomach armored than to have the boobs armored, right? Because the extra layers of fat provide a little bit of a barrier for a sword. I mean, the heart and lungs are still there, but you got the ribs there. You got the ribs for those. The vital organs, though, are squishy and squishy, and that's the thing about chainmail bikinis, is they leave this stomach area exposed, right? But if you had a chain piece that had the bust exposed, and then only had and you had like some kind of something cool, like a clever little top thing, for support and modesty and fashion, and then you only had the stomach covered, it would actually be more effective armor, because it would be covering the more squishy bits. Like the stabbing through the ribs, okay, up here, if you get down the collarbone, that's but the chest is not as prime a target, because you have to go through the ribs, as the, stomach area where all the vital organs are. That's a thought. I mean, obviously, it would be better to cover both if you could, and she's sensible. She's not that much of a slave to fashion, although she definitely has some aesthetic tastes. Yeah, because Desna. Although Desna's not as much as Shellin. Paladins of Shellin are notoriously Bishonen, basically. She's the art and love and beauty goddess. I have one character who... Paladin of... Sexy armor. Does it protect extra? Alright. Alright. Alright, let's see. Alright. Oh yes, and at least they have the male equivalent, because it's not sexist if the male fighters have nothing but like a codpiece. And the women armor have like chainmail bikinis. That's just stupid. If only the male fighter gets realistic armor and the female fighter just gets a chainmail bikini, that's sexist. If they both have ridiculously armor and you show off as much chiseled ab as cleavage, then it's just stupidity, but very sexy stupidity. So, there's that. But, yeah. I wasn't going to do that for the first one, though, because I'm not sure how PvP would work. The first one, I kind of want to show off this mini, because, check this out. It's like, here, I'll show it to this one. Because I got sidetracked by that one. I was explaining about Space Girl. This is a flail snail, and I won it on a giveaway on another Twitch stream by Machik ED, who is also... You can put that in the quotes if you want. Yeah, see? It's very cool, right? He 3D printed it, and it's like the coolest. So, my grand plan, right, is... EB. No, I didn't, so my grand plan is to use it, because I have the mini. I got it from a friend. I won it on a stream. But I have a grand plan of, using it. So my grand plan of using it is to, my first theory, also you should check out Machik ED because he's cool, and 3D print stuff and paint stuff, and is just, cool. He runs this Monday night game called Extinction Curse, and it's actually Pathfinder, although it's the 2nd edition, I usually do 1st edition. But, since I had the mini, I was thinking of doing Machik ED. Here, I'll put it... He's a theater professor, actually, http:// He's a theater professor. Yeah. He's a theater professor. Let me just double check the link works. At, okay, good. It does work. Hang on. I'm closing all... it opened like 6 times on my computer. Okay, but, he's a theater professor and, very good friend. But, so he 3D printed this, and I was thinking, hey, I've got this cool mini, right? I was thinking of doing a one-on-one fight, like a epic throwdown for, Saturday, right? I was thinking on Saturday I'm gonna get a big setup. I have a sheet that I'm gonna lay out on the floor. I'm gonna do it in the basement so I can have the room. I'm gonna put down the minis. I don't have really good minis for the characters or anything, but I'm gonna put down the mini for, I need 3. Well, I have 2 at least. I need 3 minis because, I have 3 animal companions. Okay, 2 animal companions and a familiar. So we're gonna have to figure that out. But my grand plan was I was going to have this big, showdown on a Saturday afternoon, like, have everyone gathers around and we watch, our 4 intrepid heroes take on this flail snail. There are 2 sibling pairs. We got, Sardinia, who's actually, Salavine's sister, and then their brother Dendron, who is, he is a druid, 1 level of druid, 2 levels of barbarian. He can't wear armor because the tactile of it, I was thinking of him as neurodivergent because he has such low wisdom and charisma, and I was like, that actually makes sense. And he was born into a druid tribe, so he had to take a level of druid, but he can't do any druid spells because of the way the spellcasting works. And so it's just like, you know what? Okay, he fails at being a druid, but he has to take level anyway because that's his, backstory reasons. But he has, but he has Yessa, who is therapy dog / animal companion and good girl and generally awesome. She's an AC 17 with 28 hit points, so she's rocking a decent, 1d6 plus 2 and a trip attack as well, which is pretty clutch. And she's tough and athletic and just generally an all-out, fierce. Oh, and she has evasion, too. Lesser evasion, not greater evasion, so if she fails the save, she still takes full damage, but if she succeeds the save, she takes no damage. So... Oh, and she can do the share spell thing, but that's kind of useless if you can't cast... Yeah, he has an 8 wisdom and 7 charisma, so... She's an awfully good girl. And she's just a sweetheart. And then we got his sister, let's see, that's Briar, no, she was earlier. Sardinia, level 4 druid, an elf. Let's see, what has she got? She's got 21 wisdom and 14 charisma, so she's chill. 13 strength, 17 dexterity, so 16 constitution, but 10 intelligence. So not particularly smart, but, Oh, and she has Frosia, a cat, a lynx, rather, with 18 AC and 35 HP, who's, just this lovely little cat. She does have evasion and share spells as well. Oh, and freaking Sardina can actually cast spells, too. So, because she has high wisdom, she can cast up to 11th level spells. As per the rules, except there aren't 11th level spells, so she can just cast any spell. Hypothetically, of course. She's only 4th level, which means... What kind of spell slots does she have? I definitely wrote this down. What did I write down her spell slots? Stealth, cantrip, spell slots. No, that's someone else's spell slots. Leaves no trail. Well, that's all this... Oh, she has a quarterstaff, leather armor. Alright, let me look up her spell slots, because this is an important factor. Because I'm going to have to prep spells for her and Ethel, who is the wizard. And I think that... Okay, first question, do level 3 rangers get spells? Because flail snails have this really crazy ability where if you hit it with a spell, you have to roll a percentile die on, and 80% of the time, the spell doesn't work. And there's a D10 table, whether it misfires and just forces the caster to roll a concentration check if they want to roll any other spells, misfires and hits another nearby target, misfires and hits the caster, or, what's the last one? Because the last one is pretty... Or, spell fails and nothing happens, or spell fails on the caster. So it's only a 20% chance of any given spell working. Of course, it doesn't affect area of effect spells, so that's a blessing. It only affects spell that directly targets said snail, but that still complicates things if your main is casters. But what I want to know is, A, do rangers get spells at 3rd level? Because that's an important question, because they don't get animal companions, which is... First favorite terrain, track, wild empathy, hunter's bond, spells. Oh yes, 4th level. That's when they start getting spells. Only high wisdom rangers though. If you don't have a high enough wisdom bonus to get extra bonus spells, you don't get spells until 5th level. But that's okay, cause you get endurance, which is the really useful one. But, so she doesn't get any spells, which is actually very useful because frickin' I have to prep spells for, as a at least one of the characters is a functional druid. The other one's a barbarian, so he just has rage and punching things, which is good. He has rage talents. I think he can bite people. I think that's his what's his rage talent? I should look this up too, because I am preparing to have them all have this epic showdown with this flail snail. +2 bonus, nature survival, wild empathy, Rage Power Knockback. Oh, so we can shove stuff back. That might complicate things with... We'll see how that goes. A Flailsdale might complicate that, because I think it probably has a really high... Doesn't mean he won't try. He may very well die. That rhymed. I did not mean it to rhyme. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, yes. You have to put a dot between the www and the rest of the website name, or it doesn't work. Don't be an idiot. Alright, yeah. Oh. There. Oh, right. It's Josh's thing tonight. Okay, so Josh, of NPC Voices, is, like, super cool, and is doing a stream tonight on a channel called The Initiative Order, and I forgot about it. So what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna raid into that stream. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna raid into that stream, in 8 minutes, because that'll make it 6 o'clock. It's a good time to end the stream. But, yes, so, I wanted to see if there was anyone cool I could raid into, and then I forgot about Josh's, he was on Sundays, right? I still have to play catch up on that, but he does a really cool accent for Ivan, and he's just amazing, so, and the rest of them are pretty cool as well. And they, like, it's actually a pretty interesting show so far. I haven't watched, it's a real play thing they're doing on Twitter. I am actually excited for it, so, I had to go for another one because I was, what was I doing Sunday that I had to, go to another stream Sunday, but, next Sunday I will time my stream so that we can, like, raid in at the very beginning, because it's really cool. But, yeah, so Saturday, which next Saturday, I'm going to have a whole streaming session with a whole schedule of, like, Monday, Tuesday, we're going to do, like, couple late night streams, going to do a couple early morning, I'm going to do, like, midday streams on some days, and late night streams on others, and then Friday I'm going to do a 1 p.m. stream. I'm actually going to do a 1 p.m. stream this Friday. I didn't last Friday. And then Saturday I'm going to do the big epic showdown, which is Claudette and Ethel, Ranger and the Wizard, sisters, and little Leo, who's this cat, who's pretty cool. He's a familiar. I don't know what he can do, but he can do something. We're going to find something for him to do. Or he'll just stay out of combat range and just be cute, you know. And then we got, plus Sardinia, the druid, and Dendron, the druid barbarian, who is more of a barbarian, but with an animal companion. So that, plus Leo the familiar, we got Yessa the wolf, the good girl, and Ferocia the lynx, who's rare. And we are going to have this epic showdown with the flail snail. They're going to fight the flail snail, which has a lot of really cool... So besides the freaking... as a reaction... Wait, what? Pull its fleshy parts... Oh, yeah, swift action. Increasing its natural armor bonus by +6, but it cannot move or attack while retracted. It can return to normal as a free action, so it can jump into its shell. It can create, as a free action, can excrete a trail of mucus that covers the space and lasts for 10 minutes. Slimy and sticky. If you want to move through a slimy square, you have to make a DC 14 reflex saving throw or fall prone, and if you move through a sticky square, it counts as difficult terrain, so it's double movement speed, unless you are a druid, which means you get to ignore certain amount. So maybe that will help. That's pretty cool. So, I'm going to type it out too. I believe Saturday is the 24th. Okay. Let me double check that this is a thing, because... Okay, so what we're going to do is... Okay. 7/24. Okay. Alright, so... Okay. Oh, the 25th. The 22nd through 25th? Okay, so, no, the 25th, yeah, the 24th is 22nd, Sunday the 25th, oh, 26th. Okay, so it's the 26th. Thursday's the 22nd. Okay. 26th. Yep. Okay. Okay, so, or the 23rd? Wait, what is 20? Okay. Hang on. Uh, Sunday, July 25th, so the 24th. Yeah, it's Sunday, July 25th, so it is the 24th. It is the 24th. I did do that right. Okay, my head's screwing. Okay, 24th. This coming Saturday. We're gonna have these 4 guys and the 2 animal companions and the cat named Leo, who's a familiar. Yes of the Wolf, Ferris of the Lynx. You got Claudette, who's a wizard, and she's a fighter. She has 2 fighter levels, so that'll be good, plus a wizard. And so she's gonna go fighter once the spells fail. We got Ethel, who's the ranger. No, we have Ethel, who's the young wizard. I'll have to get this all straightened out. Ethel's the wizard. She is wizard fighter multiclass. And Claudette is the ranger, 3rd level. Double weapon specialist, I believe. So she's up close and personal, which means no area of effect spells, but that's okay. I mean, unless you are willing to go friendly fire, which, Griselda, hang on. Leo. Nope. Okay, those guys, hang on. Let's see what we got. Nope, let's pass that. I have a lot of, Claudette, here we go. Yeah, 3rd level ranger. Oh yeah, double. Yeah, so she is double weapon specialist. Oh, hi! Welcome to the channel. I think I have a 4th viewer. I don't know who. My viewer count went up by 1. I'm actually about to end the thing, but stay around, because I'm gonna raid into someone really cool, who I promise is also super cool. So, my grand plan before I go though, this Saturday, coming Saturday, 6 days from now, I am going to do an epic showdown between a fighter wizard and her ranger sister. We're gonna have 2 druids, one of whom has barbarian levels and is mostly just a barbarian who got forced to be a druid and then found out he couldn't do it. But he has an animal companion who is this wolf, service dog / animal companion, who is such a good girl. She's fighting, he's fighting. They're going to, it's going to be really epic. So please come for that. And thank you all for hanging out with me. And as I put together this epic showdown playlist, I really appreciate it. I always appreciate when people come. Yeah. Machini's really cool. You can follow him. He gave me the Flail Snail Mini. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, you should stick around, because it's awesome. We're going to raid someone really fun. I just have to make sure I spell it right. You have the right capitalization. Initiative. Alright, everyone. We are going to raid. So, all you got to do is that. So, just hang around for a few seconds. Come check it out. If you don't like it, you can leave. But they're a really good real play show, and I appreciate that. And thank you for coming. I'll see you all later. Let's do it. Ready? Boom. Okay. Oh, right. I have to shut my own thingy off. Sorry.